Hey, Vito La Fata here, creator of Fitness Profit Systems in the Fitnesspreneur's life. Welcome back to another episode of some fun with fitness marketing, where we're dropping 10 minutes of marketing strategies that you can use right now in your business to help you get out there in bigger ways. Now, one of the biggest problems I hear from trainers and fitness professionals in the industry is like, no one knows me. Nobody knows me. That's the biggest problem with why your business isn't growing and you're not making the income that you want. No one simply knows about you. You want people to use you. You want people to give you money. You want people to come feel the difference that your services and programs and training can make on them, but nobody knows about you. And if you're going to go out there and get people to invest in you, invest in your programs, invest in your business, you got to have some street cred with what you know about your marketing and how you're designing out your programs, because man, it's getting tougher out there. Competition is getting fiercer. People are getting smarter, that you're not keeping up with the times, and you're not starting to dig into this business and marketing stuff and getting your head a little bit up out of that technician's mind. It's just, you're going to just see others passing you by, and it's going to be really frustrating to you and your business, because you can sit here and ignore marketing, and you can hate marketing, and you cannot like to feel salesy, and you can go broke. You can simply go broke. The numbers in the industry don't lie. Trainers lasting 3 to 5 years, making 42 grand. And even if they do make more money, where they're making 80, 90, 100, 125,000, they're slaves to that. They can't do anything besides that. And one day they're going to be buried in that. And that's not what we're designing. That's not the life we're looking after. That's not the lifestyle that you deserve and that you can go out there and get going. But our industry sucks at teaching marketing and business. Either it's too academic in theory, or it's just not real enough, or it's too complicated to make it sound like it's coming from the big brand marketing companies, and that just doesn't cut it in our industry. We got to instead fall in love with and learn from how to embrace marketing in a way that allows us to go out there and do what we love to do, which is speak to that specific tribe that we want, solve their problems, and give them the solution that they're after. You want to keep growing your business. This simple framework is all that's about. Now, in our past episodes, what we covered was the fact that, listen, first thing, before we can go out and build any sort of a business or build any sort of a suite of products, build any sort of brand, is we got to know who we're talking to. Who are you going to talk to? Who's that tribe? Who do you want to love serving? Who makes you passionate? Who do you want to be surrounded by? And what people do you want to be surrounded by, I should say. Now, that always comes first. Customer has to come first in this framework and in your business. So we've got to lay that down. We talked about how you can go out there and kind of survey your people, find your tribe, do a little demographic work, do a little psychographic work and all that. You got that. That was in past episodes. If not, you can go back, look that up, go into the membership site and find that kind of stuff. Second was always trying to understand that, well, the way people want to buy is because they typically are looking for a solution to a problem. I got a problem. I want to be able to hit the ball 300 yards down the fairway and stop shanking it off to the left every time I'm up at the tee and being embarrassed in front of the club members. That's a problem a golfer might have that could be a concern that you could eventually solve. Maybe it's, I have 30 pounds I want to lose so that I can feel like a sexy, confident mom again. My problem is I got these 30 pounds, I'm not feeling sexy and confident, I want a solution to that. My problem is I want to run a marathon, but I have no idea how without killing myself. Solution, marathon training program. We can't get to deciding what that solution is if we don't first just understand that who we talking to, what's their problem. On a fundamental level, you're always going to have to start out there. Now, when we look at solution, let's not make this some complicated thing, because what is a solution to a person's problem? I like to think of it as a bridge. It's a bridge, and I always like to think about, like, okay, here we have unhappy person, unhappy sad-faced person. Over here, we have happy person, feeling good about life, feeling accomplished, hitting some goals, striving to hitting some achievements. Awesome. You got to think about this as like their before state. In their before state, who were they? What was going on? What problems were they having? We got to get in touch with that. And in a couple episodes, I'm going to give you a little framework and some handouts that'll make this even easier for you to knock down. But today, I just want to make sure that you understand this concept that over here is the after state. This is the after state. And what your business does is simply create the bridge to this gap. There's a gap from where you are over here in the before state to where a person wants to be in the after state. And when you can be this bridge, your business wins. Because when you're solving people's problems, they will flock to your door, because that's when they're going to start hearing about you. They're going to start knowing, like, whoa, this guy's got the freaking marathon training program. We all crushed it. A bunch of us did it. We came out with it. Yo, this guy's got the best weight loss solution programs. This guy can handle, or this girl can cure your back pain. We want to get known for being the bridges to people's lives. Because when you're solving people's problems, I should say, you're going to be having a cranking business. Now, when we get over here, I want you to start thinking about, though, and why I was kind of mentioning some of those kind of programs about, like, okay, let's take some examples in our industry that could be very commonplace. To be like, okay, you've got the person that has back pain. That's their before state. I have back pain. They want to be where there's no back pain. Now, that's a different program than just, hey, I'm going to train you. Hey, you're going to take membership. Hey, you're going to have classes. Now, don't get me wrong. We do all those things. We have training packages. Well, EFT, I would highly always recommend EFT. You've got classes and memberships and boot camps. Fine. But what I'm trying to challenge the industry to, and I'm trying to challenge you to, is to start creating more specialty programs. Programs that are specific to these problems that people want solved. Because if you can start creating the 4-week and the nagging back pain solution program, you're going to be able to target that so well to audiences of people who have back pain, where you can be like, I can target on Facebook chiropractors and physical therapists, because I know their people are people often dealing with back pain. So when I start to create my ads and run my programs and create my funnels, it's going to speak to those specific people. I'm going to have more of a likelihood that people take advantage of that program as compared to personal training. Buy a membership, try a 7-week trial. What about if you have that I can't run a marathon over here problem? Over here, you have the 6-week finish your first marathon program. Are you going to be able to now be like, whoa, I can really target running shops and run coaches and different things, and be like, man, I can really be an augment to their programs. I can create that very specific program that allows me, because here's the beautiful thing. Here's the beautiful thing about specialty programs. They don't compete on price. They don't compete on price. Memberships, personal training, classes, those compete on price. Guy down the street has classes just like you do. He's charging $100. If you're not charging $100, if you're charging one-on-one, they're going to go over there, because what's different? So what? You've got different walls, different painting, different stuff, different equipment. That ain't that impressive anymore. Over there, do they have culture? Do they have something? Because if he has a little bit more culture, a little bit more of ability to get people results guaranteed, that guy's going to win. But wait, what if this guy over here is charging $75, undercutting both of you? Now that guy, and now all of a sudden everyone's competing on price, getting hacked down. I remember when I owned my studio and Lifetime Fitness moved in. Man, I could not compete with Lifetime's Fitness membership rates, their daycare, their amenities. I had to reinvent the whole business as I was watching it get whacked, as being like, I can't compete on that model. I had it good for 8 years on that model, but now it's tougher, it's tighter, I gotta shift it. My solution wasn't anymore training. I had to start getting into and helping my trainers develop these specialty programs. Like a trainer of ours who was into helping youth athletes. Well, instead of having just youth athlete personal trainer, well, what's a high school athlete really want? He wants to make the varsity team. He wants to stop riding the bench. So let's create the 6-week varsity bound sports program. Speaks a little bit more to the ultimate transformation. And that's what a solution really is. It's the ultimate transformation. When we start to really know our tribe, their problems, and what they want to do, we can start framing up our programs to be that transformation, where they go from riding the bench to varsity bound, as that example. When we wrap our heads around that, you can start to create offers that we call irresistible. Irresistible. I'm nicely running out of space here. Irresistible offers. This is the sweet spot. You want to start learning how to create products and programs that people are going to beat your door down to come buy. You got to understand this little framework. You simply got to understand that I know that there's somebody starting out somewhere. They want to be somewhere else. If I can figure out how to bridge that gap, and I can communicate that to them, I can articulate that to them, I can market that to them, and I know how to create the education-based marketing and the funnels behind it, and I understand where they truly want to be. Not just doing sessions, not just buying training, but I want to be that golfer that can hit that 300-yard ball down that fairway and be the envy of all the other club players. There's more psychology into our offers as we're starting to get more advanced with how we create these specialty programs. Because when you speak to that tribe and there's something that they really, really want, you don't have to compete on price anymore. They're not price sensitive. They're like, I want that. The same way people will pay out the yin-yang for an Apple product, because we're all like, oh, it's going to make me that much cooler, that much more productive, that much more whatever. I'm going to be that much savvier, that much more business. Yeah, I'll pay anything for that, because when you see me with that, I'm a different person. Apple's done that very well to make us almost subconsciously feel that. Take that lesson. Look at that. You're no different. You're no different than Apple. You could be doing the same thing by just starting to take these couple little lessons and be like, I think I'm starting to have fun with fitness marketing, and be like, I'm getting this. I'm getting that into the psyche of my person. I'm getting into where they want to go. I'm getting into understanding them. Now when I'm creating stuff, one, I'm having way more freaking fun, and I'm starting to design programs, and I'm filling my business with people I love serving, and I'm giving them what they want. So they're buying it, and I'm getting in my groove about understanding all the things I can do. And then that's where we lead into you being able to start creating a stacking revenue model. Because creating these offers and understanding the transformation doesn't mean you go from A to Z in one program. In a stacking revenue model, which I'm going to cover in our next episode, it's when you can start understanding that our people's problems are actually usually like sequential. There's a baseline problem. I got to clear this first problem. If I clear that problem and I get a solution to that, well, now I'm at this level. Now I might want to be like, you know what? I think I could take this a little bit deeper. Well, now I know how to, I was using an example of a kid just going to college, doesn't know how to ever cook on his own, doesn't even know how to shop a grocery store. Well, a nutritionist could take a program and be like, hey, the freshman college shop the grocery store like program, just making crap up off the top of my head. But once he teaches them how to shop, and then he's like, well, great, you learned how to shop the store, but now you got all cupboard full of food and you have no idea what to do with it. Guess what? I have my freshman year 101 dorm cooking program. Now I'm going to teach you how to make your basic meals in the dorm and how to use that food that I just taught you how to shop for. Well, now you know how to cook basic stuff. Well, now you're starting to get the girl, and mom might be coming by, and you want to cook to impress them a little bit. So now we have that like cook to impress specialty program. I'm making crap up, but you get my point now. You start to move people through phases of their lives. When you understand this stuff, you can start to understand, what are my lead magnets that people can get for free? What are my first level courses? What then do I graduate them to, and where do they keep on going? And that's how you're not just selling them one trick pony crap. Instead, you're like, man, I am elevating your ambitions and your aspirations. And then you get into a whole different level of this business. So, we're going to go deeper on that. Hopefully in today's lesson you got a nice little understanding of what we're really after, what we're trying to teach, what we're trying to get across to our people. Now, it comes down to your commitment level to say, I want to start learning this stuff more. I want to get into this stuff because this is going to change my business. This is going to allow me to go help more people. Because if I enjoy marketing this cool way, not the boring academic way, but this freaking cool way of understanding, I'm going to go after creating some badass stuff that's going to change a lot of lives, because I know my peeps. I know how to articulate and communicate what I'm getting out there. Now I'm going to have more people coming in, more results, more referrals, more income, more programs that changing lives. That's what it's all about, right? Going out and making that bigger difference. Now, we got our implementation exercise. You got to take action on this. So let's put this stuff together, and down below, post who your tribe was, post what their first problem was, and what potentially is the ultimate transformation that they're after, so that we can start thinking about what that bridge is, where they are to where they want to be. And we'll start to get some fun feedback on that going down there. More we build the community, more people are sharing, more you're getting ideas, more you see what other people are doing. We build the community, and we keep building this fitnesspreneur's life that we can all have and make that difference. Actually have the income to invest in your business, to invest in your family, and to get after it. So that's where we're at with today's lesson on that. I'll see you guys in the next one when we start talking about that stacking revenue model and how we continue to develop the back end funnels that start to happen in this business. This is Vito of Fitness Profit Systems and the Fitnesspreneur's Life. I'll see you in the next episode.